Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How are you so fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's frogs. Come on! We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me! Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
Try to relax your anus.
Welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and start a show. Hey, how about this? Over here, over there. Hey, here we go. I love how Aaron today is just like, yeah, dude, you look fine. It doesn't look that bad at all. And I'm like, yes, not with where your camera is. Fuck, I have no evil powers here, says K-Fallen. I'm sorry, K-Fallen. Do you need mod powers? Is that what you're saying? We'll see what we can do. I might need to ask someone to do me a favor because I'm developing a nasty case of heartburn all of a sudden. I have to see if they'll go grab my Pepto-Bismol for me out of my bathroom. Where's this person? There we go. All right. Boom. I know, incredibly amazing show right now, isn't it? Awesome. All righty. I grant powers to Fallen the Great, says Yarto. I don't know if you have the ability to do that. Thank you for the sticker and the 10 bits. Let's check where we are on the sticker party thing. Sticker party is 70 bits away from happening. That's pretty early in the show. Oh. I might need that sooner rather than later. This heartburn thing is becoming a problem. All right, never mind. Okay, so, yeah. It's the fun part about doing all the medications I do. Now I'm on steroids and the whatever fucking you call it, antidepressants. Is that what we call them? Either way, antidepressants are horrible, and they're not nice on your stomach lining. Lambda saying hello, Johnny. Lambda saying hello, Johnny. Hope you're having a good day. Doing the best I can, man. Hope you're having a good. I'm just not having a good day. Thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna try and go for 3.5 hours. My son threw up all over my back, says Kayvon. I'm sorry, that does not sound awesome. That does not sound awesome. Hope you're having a good day. I wish the best for you always. Well, thank you for that, Lambda. That's very, very nice of you to wish the best for me. I appreciate that. That is super awesome. Let's go ahead and do this. I didn't even, you know what? We're just going to go with 30 because screw it. We'll do the whole thing live on air. We're going to chug pink shit. All right, here we go. So there's that. Okay. That'll hopefully help the heartburn issue. And then I'll just take care of the rest later. Alrighty, so we have a show to do, like I said, for 3.5 hours. Shots, says K Fallen Great. Yes, shots of Pepto-Bismol. Shots. That's what we'll call it. There we go. This, and then some water. Hopefully be fine. All right, the Rumble chat's up. If anybody on Rumble wants to chime into the show, that chat's available for you. But it doesn't look like there's a lot of people on Rumble right now, so at least there's that. But if anybody on Rumble does feel like jumping in, that chat's available to you. We've got all of our stories loaded up for the first hour, and like I said, we have 3.5 hours of content. Doesn't look like the sticker party thing's happening right. Well, I suppose I should leave it there, though, just so people know it's edging on the verge. And yes, we have 3.5 hours of content and stories to get into, so we have all those loaded up. One of them actually was I think, was it Fallen? Somebody sent this to me. At least it's not Aaron's jizz causing that heartburn, says St. Caesar. Yup. Cool. Alrighty, so we've got a first story. This one's out of Minneapolis, St. Paul's airport, which is the one we have locally here. So we're going to go ahead and grab this and put it up on the screen. And yeah, here we go. We'll grab this. This is, again, new. Once again, if you have any faith in the airline industry, you probably shouldn't. Might not want to keep that going. Because it just seems like if the planes don't break on their own, we're now breaking them on our end as well. I'm sure this has nothing to do with the DEI stuff. Go ahead and go here.
An FAA investigation is underway at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport after officials say 2 Delta planes clipped each other on the taxiway today.
There were about 300 people on board these flights. One was headed to Tucson, the other to Palm Beach. They had to get off the planes. The planes pushed back, and it pushed back people's travel plans. Fortunately, though, no one was hurt. Our Brittany Ehrman is live at MSP right now. Brittany, you spoke with one of those passengers involved.
Yeah, these were very shocking moments for people on the plane, as you can imagine. I spoke to someone who said they were watching a safety video, they heard a loud noise, and that's when they knew something was not right.
It was just startling, a boom, and most violent shake I've ever had on an airplane.
Troy Jackson was steps away from leaving the taxiway to see family in Tucson, Arizona,
Minneapolis hour crash,
when his trip took an unexpected turn.
We were taxiing, and all of a sudden, just a big, jarring.
The trip took an unexpected turn, or did the plane? What took the turn?
Bump on the runway.
Just before 11 Thursday morning, Jackson and dozens of other passengers were ready to take off at MSP when 2 Delta planes clipped each other on the taxiway. Viewers sent us these photos moments after. According to Delta, Early information shows the low-speed contact happened during pushback from one of the aircraft gates. Shortly after the incident, both planes returned to their gates so passengers could deplane.
You know, you can hear a pin drop right after it happened.
What went through your mind being a passenger on a plane and hearing this?
I don't think I ever felt like we were in danger. I think just went through my
Well,
mind.
yeah, I think if you're worried you're in danger, the plane is still on the ground, buddy. You're not moving that fast. Like, let's not act like, oh my God, we're doing 120. No, dude, you move maybe 10 miles an hour on the ground. Maybe. You're gonna be fine. We were never worried we're in danger. Thank God this man was at the helm. Although he wasn't. He was just a dude on the plane.
Mind that this is probably going to be a long day.
This airplane-related incident happening during the busy travel season and one of many in recent months raising questions about safety.
You do wonder about, is there enough personnel? Do they have enough folks to man the air traffic control? That's so
well,
critical?
don't worry. We got a plan for that. We're going to start letting people who have cerebral palsy take the ropes. That won't be a problem at all. His hair was black before he crashed. No, but that's the thing. They were on the ground. So, I mean, if Bud Britches saying hi over on Rumble. Hey, Bud Britches. This heartburn shit. I hate these meds put together. All right, so we're going again for 3 hours and 15 minutes to go all the way till 5:30 because the day is fully funded. We are $10 away because we made 5 yesterday on Twitch. So we're $10 away from our goal on April 1st. And then, yeah. Let's go ahead and keep this one going here.
But he's grateful. The passengers on both planes walked away without a scratch.
So we're all safe, and hopefully we'll get where we need to go eventually.
And that passenger tells me they were also stuck with a 4-hour layover, delay that is, and they also received a meal voucher for that inconvenience. Now, in addition to the FAA, we also know Delta is investigating how this could have happened. Live at MSP Airport, Brittany Arman,
All right,
5
so that's what happened at MSP Airport. Yeah, like I said, if you didn't have any reasons to not trust airlines before, I don't know why you don't now. Fat Conan saying, did you know it costs $299 to take a bath in pickle relish? I did not know that, and I don't know why you know that. That is weird. Dave Lee, no touchy-touchy. No touchy-touchy of what? What are we talking about, touchy? I don't... My shirt won't stay up. If I could get that to happen... like I said, we're going to go for another, or at least try. I don't know. We're feeling weird here. We're going to try and go for another 3 hours and 15 minutes. We have a bunch of stories loaded up. The problem is the talking requires... Alrighty, so let's close this out. Again, thank you, whoever sent that to me on Facebook for that story. The airplanes. Oh, the airplanes, no touchy-touchy. Right. Thank you, David Lee. Yeah, the airplanes shouldn't be touching each other. The airplanes shouldn't be touching much. Really just the ground and then the sky and then bang, bang, boom, back to the one. But it doesn't seem like it's happening. Oh, God dang it. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? I can't do any story I have to read. All right, we have this next one that we'll get to. We'll try playing this. Fucking. Yeah, we'll go to this one here and hit play. This is a story out of another DEI hire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure a DEI hire could be probably traced to this one. Somebody who doesn't maybe pass the vision test, but they all right, we're gonna do this story. This is out of Hawaii. Someone bought a property before COVID, and we'll just let you explain what happened, and Yeah, here we go.
6:30, anger, accusations, and legal action are firing up on Hawaii after a construction company built a $500,000 house on the wrong lot. Now, the lot owner doesn't want the house, and she's being sued. Our Daryl Huff reports from the Big Island.
It's being called a $500,000 mistake, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on a 1-acre lot in Puna's Hawaiian Paradise Park. And it could cost a lot of people a lot more than that as they head to court to sort it out. In 2018, when she took this video, Ann Reynolds thought she'd found the perfect, serene 1-acre lot to host her meditative healing women's retreats because of...
Okay, now I've got a problem. That her healing meditative women's retreat. So you weren't doing anything with it. You had plans, right? Okay.
The natural foliage and alignment of all the right spiritual and astronomical elements.
Oh God, fuck this lady. On the one hand, like, yeah, you didn't, but you just bought a plot of land because you thought it'd be fun.
I mean, there's a sacredness to it, and the one that I chose to buy, you know, it had all the right qualities.
The price was also right, available in a county tax auction for about $22,000. But while
right, so you bought this weird plot of land in the middle of an area being developed, and you just wanted what? This one little house area to be your own private women's retreat? So whoever lives here, whoever lives here, whoever lives in any of these areas, they have to put up with you and your, what? I don't even know what, gong banging bullshit. And she likes facials. That shirt says she loves a fist in the butt and likes facials. I don't know if that shirt says that.
She waited in California through the pandemic for the right time to use it. This happened. The lot was bulldozed and a house rose on the property without her knowing about it.
That's a $500,000 home. What, because it's in Hawaii? The Bleed Retreat, says Fat Conan. Oh, no. We don't need names for it. Let's see what this says about doing more than 30. Has it been a half hour? Nope. Fuck. Shit. I wonder what her sign is. Her sign is stupidity. That is what her sign is. Her sign is stupidity. Because again, excuse me, women's retreat. Okay, fine. So you had this area, again, a plot of land. Like, it looks like a plot of land, like the kind of plot of land my house is on. And you're going to have your little women's retreat here? Awesome.
About it until she got a call last year from a real estate broker who'd learned the mistake.
And then he informed me, well, I just sold a house and it happens to be on your property. So we need to resolve this. And I'm like, what? I mean, are you kidding me?
An attorney for the builder, PJ's Construction, said the developer, Kia'au Development Partnership, hired him to build about a dozen homes on properties the developers bought in the subdivision, where lots are identified by telephone poles. PJ's Construction said the developers didn't want to hire surveyors.
See, there's a lot of fingers being pointed between the developer and the contractor and some subs.
The unsellable house became a nightmare. A neighbor who requested privacy said squatters were immediately attracted to the brand new vacant house.
Right. Squatters were attracted to the brand new vacant house. And if the house wasn't there, I'm sure nobody would be attracted to squatting on the vacant lot.
Before they put the fence on this property, there were people coming already to this property, started, looking inside.
When she visited and saw the bathrooms, Reynolds discovered they'd done more than just look.
Both had poop. The hallway one had poop on the floor. And it was so disgusting.
Along with the cost of fencing, she's also paying property taxes that went from a few hundred to several $1,000s. The developers tried to settle the issue, offering to swap her their lot right next door or sell her the house at a discount. She refused both offers. Attorney James DiPasquale said,
"Of course she did. She doesn't want a different lot. They don't have the ones that align her chakra the right way." And I don't blame her for not wanting the house. We'll sell you the house at a discount. How about go fuck yourself? I mean, Fat Conan saying squatters' rights and laws are stupid. Oh, absolutely. Squatters' rights and laws are complete bullshit. I think squatters should be able to be, I feel like if someone gets accused of being a squatter, then it's on them to prove they live there. If you can prove that the property is yours and you say that person isn't supposed to live here, then they've got to prove that they've somehow got an agreement with you. And if they don't, I'm sorry, but that's not on the owner of the property. If someone hoodwinked somebody or these assholes are squatting, that's not on the property owner's fault. If someone sent that person a deed over Facebook, well, I was looking for apartments on Craigslist, and that's how I found out about this amazing condo in such a great area of town. Right, nothing hinky about that at all. So again, like I said, squatters' rights, like I said, squatters' rights, you're right, Toastmaster. Squatter rights are stupid. Squatters should have the right to be shot for trespassing. I mean, well, that's where we have one issue with that, is that, again, sometimes in the case of squatters, you have people who legit get sold a fake, like, deed. And I don't think that person should get to continue to live in the residence or anything like that, but I also don't think you should shoot that person. Again, they were dumb. They got taken advantage of, but that seems a bit harsh.
She shouldn't pay for what she doesn't want.
It would set a dangerous precedent if you could go onto someone else's land, build anything you want, and then sue that individual for the value of it.
After trying to resolve the problem, Keao Development Partnership sued PJ's Construction, the architect, the prior lot owner's family, and the county, which approved all the permits for construction. They also sued Ann Reynolds.
It's awful. It's awful.
All the parties I spoke to today said they are being reasonable and the others aren't. That's why the developer says he pulled everyone into the lawsuit in hopes a judge can help unravel this mistake. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, but I feel like the lady who bought the lot and didn't sign off on any of this has nothing to do with it. That's why he put them in the lawsuit and blah, 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 blah. You know why he's filing the lawsuit? He sold a $500,000 home and he can't get his money until he gets that sale to go through. You know who's the biggest piece of shit? The guy selling the house. Because the guy selling the house should have looked into this too. He just assumed it was good. No. If they get sold a fake deed, then a normal eviction process should be fine. Right, Toastmaster, but again, that's where the squatters' rights laws and things come into place in general. But that's why, like I said, the blanket you should have the right to just shoot squatters for trespassing thing seems a bit much. Hitler diff, fine, kick the effing floor, all disappointed and shit, Yeti. What? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Again, I don't know if you guys know that the chat's on the screen, so maybe don't get all crazy like that all the time. In fact, just for that, we're going to just go like this. Again, I just, We're having a conversation, Johnny. Right, and that part doesn't bother me. The conversation being on the screen, like I said, depending on what's going on, that's the only problem I have.
Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
All right, there we go. Hawaii News Now. We didn't even get crazy at all. Who was it? Maybe it wasn't you. I misconstrued, I think, the Twitch chat for, my bad. There was someone in the Twitch chat that I was more like, lines crossed. Fallen the great black people. Yeah, that helps. Thank you. That really helps. Awesome. All right, let's clear that story off. Is this an actual story? Is this an audio one? Or a video one? Because I'm having a lot of trouble talking right now. This is just loading endlessly awesome. Islam is right about women, says King Yeti. All right, we'll just take the chat off the screen, I guess. Okay, and then we'll pull that off. Nobody's doing any of those. So this isn't happening. Let's go off of this. A council has apologized after parents were offended. A choice of class photos with or without children with complex needs in them. Parents of Abernay Primary complained after being sent a link from a photography company offering them alternative pictures. So wait a minute, they took pictures with the kids, but they want to get rid of any of the tarded ones? What's the deal here? Abershire Council said the decision was not taken by the school, and the link to the photos was immediately removed. Tempest Photography told BBC Scotland News in its investigation that the matter had spoken to both the photographer and involved and school. The company added it had no further comment at this stage. No further comment. You guys just immediately went, hey, how about we just, we'll take out all the, the Chudley kids, all of the ones with, Ooh, let's look at this. Okay, Hitler diff is going a little crazy. Let's 100%, 100%. I don't know why we're hiding those ones. Again, 100% isn't, I don't have a problem with that one at all. Well, Muhammad is a hungry for, and is a sand. Again, so you're just super hateful today. Cool. Awesome. That's great. I'm not having a great day, and apparently you aren't either. Cool. Alrighty, so, there's that. Let's close this out. Just ban a bitch, Johnny. Fat Conan saying ban a bitch. I mean, I don't want to. Oh, Fallen the Great said spamming. Oh, that explains it. It was for spamming. Hitler diff. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just having fun saying really hateful shit. I mean, if it cancels your show, it only fucks up your life. I mean, I'll have to find something new to watch, but hey, I'm just having fun being racist in your chat. It's like really cool for me. I get it. Pizza Roll saying afternoon, Johnny. Hey, Pizza Roll, how are you doing? We're having a day. And let's go look at this. We've got a decent story there. I might not do any non-video stories. Just talking is becoming a problem. Alrighty. PayPal buddy says Bud Britches. Well, fuck. God damn it. I bumped the stupid switch, so it turned off how many lights now? Oh, it turned off that one because that one's in the desk. And this one... thing is stupid. Alrighty, doing good, man. Well, that's good to hear, Pizza Roll. Happy to hear you are doing good. Hope everyone is doing well. We're trying to round out the week and have a great day. But the heartburn is serious for me, and it's becoming an issue. Bud Britches saying new goal. I mean, I think he means moving the goal over a day because we've nailed the $10 out. All right, thank you, Bud Britches, for that. Okay, let's change that. April 2nd now. We're up to 50 on April 2nd. Cool. Let's close this out. Go 50 there. Is it not having any weed for 2 days, Johnny? Get some Tums. I just drank 60 milliliters of this. I don't know what Tums is going to do for me. I appreciate that, but thank you. Heartburn sucks. I hear ya. I love hot sauce and always pay for it with nasty heartburn. Well, it's not just that the heartburn sucks. It's that I have to talk to do the show. which does not help the heartburn. And yeah, it's I don't know if it's not having weed for 2 days. That may or may not have an effect. It is definitely because of the timing of it, because I took my my antidepressant and because I'm on steroids. Those two are definitely it. If I had a nickel for every dollar I spent, I'd still be broke. I'd just have more spare change. Thank you, WDHC WDHC podcast. I don't know who that is. They've been subbed for a month. Interesting. I didn't know that's alrighty then. Well, let's look at this. What's WDHC podcast? What is WDHC podcast? Looks like they do Avatar, Fortnite. So just a gamer. Cool. Awesome. Good for you. Welcome to the show. It's not even their first comment because that's not their first comment. So I'm just a dick. All right. Well, let's close that out. Play Helldivers for 2.5 hours instead. Saint Caesar, I don't think anyone wants to watch me play Helldivers for 2.5 hours. Is pizza roll related to cheeseburger pie? I have no idea. Let's throw the chat box back up. Hitler diff, sorry for talking. Really? For talking? Yeah, my problem is they're talking. It's not that they're using, saying literally stuff that people can get pissed off for. Again, my only problem was that the chat was on the screen. It wasn't even that I had a problem for people saying it. It was that the chat's on the screen. I keep saying to people, I leave the chat on the screen so you can be part of the show, and people think it's funny to just say really hateful and stupid shit like it's not going to be a problem. Like somebody can't just take a still shot of this screen and go, look at this horrible racist show. Let's get all of our friends to report that. I'm sure that's, again, like it's not a problem for people. And then people want to bitch when I decide, you know what? It's my fucking show and my ass on the line if it doesn't make money, if it gets canceled or whatever. It's fun for you. Great, I get it. It's fun for you. But if it fucks over anyone, it only fucks over me. I'm just not up to this today. I don't mind being bonked. I'm not a bitch. Oh, no, King Yeti. I don't think you're a bitch, but I'm starting to think Hitler Diff is. Because this is not the first time we've had this problem. This is not the first time we've had a problem where Hitler Diff just starts firing shit off in the chat. And I go, you know what? Maybe I don't want that sitting on my screen. We need like a beginning code in chat for Johnny not to read our comments publicly. It's not even reading them publicly. Can you tell, Sean, right there, your comment is on the screen. So like I said, I only ask that people respect the fact that comments are on the screen. And if I don't like comments being put up on the screen because maybe it looks bad, for someone who just randomly comes across the show with absolutely no context to see some of the crap that's written up there. Kilroy was here, says Nash Albertson. Who the fuck is Kilroy? Like, again, do I have to be worried about what that means? Sean saying, I know, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this. All right, let's go to this clip. Fucking whatever.
Question that I should ask you to do is explain to folks what you mean by this. Arguments for a colorblind America. What do you mean when you say that?
So a lot of people equate colorblindness to I don't see race or to pretending not to see race. I think that's a big mistake. We all see race, right? And we're all capable of being racially biased, so we should all be self-aware to that possibility. My argument is not for that. My argument is that we should try our very best to treat people without regard to race, both in our personal lives and our public policy. Of course. And the reason I wrote this book, thank you. The reason I wrote this book is because in the past 10 years, it has become very popular to, in the name of anti-racism, our children and in general, that says your race is everything, right? And I think that is the wrong way to fight racism, and that's why I wrote this book at this time.
I'm sorry, baby. Yeah. Can I just point out that there is a reason for that? You know, when I went to school, getting any information about anyone's race was not taught. No history, there was no black history. None of those things were taught. And here in America, 100 years ago when I was a younger woman, that's how people saw you. That's how they judged you. So I think, I don't want to say it's your youth, but I think you have a point, but I think you have to also take into consideration what people have lived through in order to understand.
Okay, go fuck yourself. What people have lived through. So you're saying that he hasn't lived through any of the shit you have? I don't know if you noticed this or not, but that's not a white guy, bitch. God, I'm so sick of this stuff. If a white person says it's racist, if a black person says it, it's just ignorant. Why can't a black person say, and why is it a point can't be made and it literally be a point? My dad is mozzarella stick 666, says pizza roll 666. Well, that's an interesting way. She's used to being racist and doesn't want to change, says Toastmaster.
Understand why there has been such a pointing of very specific racial things, like women couldn't get into colleges. If you were a black person, there were a lot of colleges wouldn't accept you.
100 fucking years ago, as you just said. I hate how it's like, oh, times have changed, but we can't acknowledge that. And we have to hold everybody accountable for times being horrible back then. Okay, but we also have to wash history of all of the horrible shit. We have to wipe out anything that is related to slavery that doesn't paint black people as heroes. You can't take just the good, wash out the bad, and then insist that we never forget.
Equal the playing field. I think that's what a lot of folks have been trying to do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think that's your experience, and that's valid. You know, as a counterpoint, when I was in 5th grade, we all watched Roots together.
Yeah.
In public school.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Whoopi. Maybe you're out of fucking touch.
So these are different experiences. I think it's also different generations. It's different parts of the country, right? We have very different cultures all living together in one country. So I'm not going to deny that. But I view this notion of a colorblind society similar to the idea of a peaceful society, which is to say it's an ideal, it's a North Star. And the point is not that we're ever going to get there, we're not going to touch it, but we have to know when we're going forward and when we're going backwards. And we're going backwards when we're doing woke kindergarten in San Francisco. You didn't hear about this story?
No, but wait,
because I want to get to the part
you didn't hear about this story? No. If it counters what they believe, they definitely didn't hear about this story. They get their talking points fed to them. These are chickens.
You believe that public policies that...
When was Whoopi Goldberg last good movie? What, Sister Act? I don't even think Sister Act 2 was that good, and if they did a third one, good God help her. Whoopi's real name is Karen Johnson. She took him. Bobby Bologna says the sad thing is they think Roots is accurate. I don't know how accurate Roots is. Sean, I'd rather be colorblind than fashion blind. Damn, Whoopi, buy a mirror. Whoopi was in a good movie. I mean, like a long, long time ago, yeah. And she didn't have a career because she sucked.
That address socioeconomic differences would be better at benefiting disadvantaged groups, and that race-based policies often hurt the very people they're trying to help. What are some examples of policies that would be better at reducing racial disparities?
So my overall argument is that class, socioeconomics, is a better proxy for disadvantage. We all want to help the disadvantaged.
Right, but the rich people really, really, really don't want you doing that, and we won't say who they are. And because those rich people pay these ladies, they really don't like you pointing that out. See, the whole thing about The whole thing about making everything racial is it keeps us so busy and focused on our teams that we forget, oh, yeah, the rich people, particularly the politicians, are the ones screwing everybody over. I loved Whoopi Goldberg on Golden Girls. Yeah, that was back when she was white. Betty White.
Question is, how do we identify them, right? The default right now in a lot of areas of policy is to use Black and Hispanic identity as a proxy for disadvantage. And my argument is that you actually get a better picture of who needs help by looking at socioeconomics and income. That picks out people in a more accurate way.
Right. But then you might have to admit that white people are poor too.
Not my question, but when you say that socioeconomics picks out people in a better way than race, when you do look at the socioeconomics, you see the huge disparity between white households and Black households.
Really? The huge disparity. This is a thing that always bothered me. The huge disparity between white households and Black households. I grew up poor to the point of being homeless and starved a lot as a child. I didn't feel like I had a whole lot of advantages over Black people.
You see the huge disparity between white households and Hispanic households. So your argument, and I've read your book twice because I wanted to give it a chance.
I've read your book twice because I wanted to give it a chance. And also because she's so dumb, the first time she just didn't pay attention to anything. She just went page. She was a psychic in Ghost, probably the best one. I don't know. I thought Ghost sucked.
Argument that race has no place in that equation is really fundamentally flawed, in my opinion.
Okay, so she said she read her book, his book twice, said that disparities based on socioeconomics actually reinforces racial indisparity, and his argument falls flat. Let's hear his retort.
There's two separate questions. One is whether each racial group is socioeconomically the same. That I agree with you. They're not.
They're not, and the stats show that.
Of course, I agree with that fully. The question is, how do you address that in the way that actually targets poverty the best?
Great.
And what Martin Luther King wrote in his book, Why We Can't Wait, is he called it, we need a Bill of Rights for the disadvantaged. And he said, yes, we should address racial inequality. Yes, we should address the legacy of slavery. But the way to do that is on the basis of class. And that will disproportionately target Blacks and Hispanics because they're disproportionately poor. But it will be doing so in a way that also helps the white poor, in a way that addresses poverty as the thing to be addressed.
That part is true, but
I hate white people, so I have a problem with this. Again, this is the thing that always drives me nuts. They can be racist. Shut her down by saying you don't take advice from descendants of slave owners. Right, I mean... but you weren't a poor child of color, so you don't know struggle, Johnny, of course. Yes, Nash Albertson, I have no idea of struggle because I wasn't a person of color. I lived for 3 months in Vegas with my parents going from hotel room to hotel room. I've slept under a car because that was the closest thing to a roof. I've been homeless for multiple points in my life. And, I routinely starved so much as a kid that I have the ability to just not eat food. I won't live very long, but I mean, like, I don't get hungry. Like, Aaron gets weirded out. He's like, dude, is that your stomach? I'm like, yeah, probably. You need to eat something. Yeah, eventually. We'll get around to it.
Dr. King, I'm not only a student of Dr. King, I know his daughter, Bernice.
Right? Oh, good for you.
So
good for you. Why don't you pick up her name? You know his daughter, Bernice, but you know nothing about what he stood for, mostly adultery. But, again, slave owners and their ideals. They have to tell everybody what's what. Oh, white women.
Get to my question.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
I think the premise is fundamentally flawed. You claim that color blindness was the goal of the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Based upon Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, content of character versus the...
Yeah, again, if any of you assholes gave a shit about the movements you get behind and paid attention to them, you'd realize how you're betraying them. But nope, tell us how, again, black people never do any wrong, and this is all our fault.
Color of skin.
Mr. Q, you had a car to sleep under. Lucky you. Right? I slept under a car on a highway in Nevada For what you don't realize that means, the car stalled. We pulled off to the side of the road. I had to get out of the car so much to stretch my legs. It was eventually decided I should just stay out of the car. And I agreed. So I had a tarp as a blanket. I slept under the back end of the car, and I was intensely worried that somebody driving, because again, on these roads out in the middle of nowhere in Vegas and Utah, people fucking fly. Because again, there's nobody around. So the odds that someone going by, clipping the car, killing me, pretty close, if it had actually happened. We survived just fine. I didn't get killed by any scorpions and or poisonous snakes while I slept under the car. And the next morning, life continued to suck for that summer. So, but yeah, you're right. I did have a car to sleep under. We need to reboot Sister Act and make the lead a slime white woman. No, we need to do what we've been doing. We need to reboot everything the exact opposite of what it was. Because remember, what it was horrible, misogynistic, and racist or whatever. So we need to reboot Sister Act, but instead of women, it's men. Men being nuns. In fact, let's do this for the trans community. Nash Albertson. Oh, come on. Can't even use the view now. Wait a minute. Did I get blacked out on what happened to your faces, Fat Conan? Oh, really? Buffering. I'm not. Oh, is it? Okay, let's go back to this. Is it because I'm using the view? Really?
We all want to help the disadvantaged. And
Right, but the rich people really don't want you doing that, and we won't say who they are. And because those rich people pay these ladies, by saying you don't take advice. Right. Oh, good for you.
So
good for you. Why don't you pick up her name? You know, killing me? Pretty close. Suspended for policy violations. Oh. Suspended for policy violations. Oh. Well, all right. So now we got a new fun thing to do. Well, all right. So now we got a new fun thing to do. Fuck YouTube. Seriously. Fuck YouTube. Nobody pays me to be more handicapped. What am I supposed to fucking do? I can't go out and get a regular fucking job. I'm doing a show, commenting on stuff, pausing it all the time to talk. I mean, for fuck's sake. Sean, you're back now. Yeah, because I stopped the thing. I'm not allowed to take money because I don't have enough viewers. So it doesn't matter if 5 people watch my show and want to support it on YouTube. They're not allowed to. Because the pointy-nosed people, and by which I mean devils. I'm not saying what you think I'm saying, I'm sure. But the assholes in charge of YouTube decided I'm not. Just fucking Jesus. Is that what happened to your face, Fat Conan? No, what happened to my face was my legs locked up on me, and I was pretty much, I was going to have to fall. But my daughter was hanging out with me. I was playing with my daughter, and I had to choose whether to fall forward using my arm to brace against my walker and my face to brace against a shelf, or land on my daughter. I chose the first one. So that's what happened. It says stream suspended. You just got nuked on YouTube? I'm on my YouTube channel right now. My stream's up. It's literally up right now on my screen. Look, it's right there. It got suspended temporarily while I was playing the clip. It was suspended to legs locked up. You had to reboot. I wish. So yeah, it says stream suspended. I don't understand what you're saying. Let's go here. Let's go back. Let's refresh this page. 14 people watching it. And yeah. Yeah, we here. It's up over here. Yeah, I think Mr. QZ man, that was just on your end. It's good. I just hopped on to check. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's up. It's just, again, they cut it down during that because we were talking about The View. And again, because someone was pointing out to Sunny Hostin how, I keep wanting to call her Sunny Liston now. Someone wanted to point out to Sunny Hostin how she's a racist piece of shit. So there you go. But again, oh boy. I am not having a good day today. Alrighty, so there we go. We can't do The View, so goodbye to that. I picked it up off of Twitter. Was playing it off of Twitter, but apparently you can't do that. So there we go. Awesome. All right, it's the second hour of the show. We have 2.5 hours left. I might just skip the goal over a day and just fucking call it a day. I might just move it over to the third and just fucking write it off. I don't know. I am not doing well. All right. Trigger warnings, Peter Pan. I don't know that I want to talk about that. We have the volcano thing. Let's pull the audio down. Less whoopee is always a good day, says. What the hell? Oh, fucking A. All right. Yeah, I was more interested in the dialogue being had there and commenting on it, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, so we've got this about a volcano in northern Iceland, and we've got a story about California's minimum wage. I've got another YouTube. Should I be worried about this one? This is it's a game trailer. It's an IGN. I bet IGN will be fine with it because, you know, again, a game trailer, they might want people paying attention to shit, and then whatever. All right, Australian soccer team. We'll talk about that. Oh, God, this one is one I do need to do before anything else. God, I wish I had a video story for this. All right, and that one. Boom. Good times, bad times, you can do it, Johnny, says Atomic Ray. You know, we'll see. We've got everything loaded up there. Let's go ahead and clear out the first hour stories, because those are all done, and there we are. Alrighty, we're going again for hopefully another 2.5 hours. The heartburn is hopefully subsiding slightly, and The View is now Rumble exclusive, says Saint Caesar. No, The View isn't Rumble exclusive. Talking about The View is apparently Rumble exclusive. The worst part is I guarantee you there's plenty of channels that are allowed to do shit without, like, with complete impropriety. You know, it's just bullshit. IGN are fine and are stupid at the same time. Well, IGN's the channel. We have a trailer for the Suicide Squad DLC with the Joker. I'm a big Joker fan. Imagine that. And so I was like, all right, we'll give this a go. I guess it's a thing. We're going to see if it looks good, bad, or whatever. I've heard very bad things about the Suicide Squad game. I kind of assumed it was done, but apparently they're going to give it a go. So we'll give that a go. We also have a Las Vegas jail inmate who's accused of sharing fentanyl with a cellmate and storing the drugs inside himself. So apparently someone muled fentanyl into a jail, shared it with somebody. That person died, so we can talk about that. I'm sure it's a horrible crime, and it's all the CO's fault. All right, then the video capture one. Okay. So we'll mute this for the commercial, and then as soon as that's over, we'll get to it. We have a video of a volcano in Iceland erupting under the northern lights, and there's a lot of stories coming out right now, but like the ice caps are melting and it's changing the Earth's rotation and time itself and blah blah. Like, yeah, right. And I'm sure it's all just because of people, because again, all of the carbon we put out does not get blown out of the water even a little bit by fucking volcanoes going off like crazy. And I'm sure that's totally because of global warming. The volcanoes wouldn't erupt as much if it were cooler. All right. Oh, people are pissed about that game. You have to reset level 1 and start over and then pay to unlock the Joker. Oh, really? That is fucked up. You have to pay to unlock the Joker, but you have to reset to level 1? Why? Well, if you're paying to unlock the Joker, you shouldn't have to reset shit. So I can imagine people do seem to be pissed about that. So we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll cover this first. And, yeah, we'll go ahead and go on the show. Here we go. Bing, bang, boop. And play.
This time-lapse video shows the eruption of a volcano in Iceland, with the northern lights dancing in the background. The northern lights are more visible than usual because of a geomagnetic storm which disrupted the Earth's magnetic field.
Okay, again. A geomagnetic storm which disrupted the Earth's magnetic field. So stuff in the universe can affect the Earth to that extent, and we really believe that us existing on this planet this whole time is the only reason why climate change happens. It's all because of us. Right.
Storms happen when strong surges of solar winds called coronal mass ejections reach
That's what
Earth.
she calls them.
Side effects of increased solar activity are the auroras that dance around Earth's poles.
But St. Caesar, okay, so we can talk about this in a bit. So you're saying you have to restart the game and get to level 35 and then pay? Yeah, that's bullshit.
And the timing of this geomagnetic storm with an erupting volcano in Iceland puts nature on full display.
Yeah, and again, why aren't we doing something about all these volcanoes? Do you realize how much global warming that is? All the CO2 and the methane? Oh, no. I follow a live streamer in Iceland. He's crashed 2 drones into lava so far. Yeah, flying drones around lava is a super risky business. St. Caesar saying that's not a volcano. That's one of Aaron's shits after McDonald's. I don't know why it would be burning then. The burning part seems weird. All right. There we go. No. Don't do that bullshit with me. We're not doing another video. You can't just shove that shit there. Cars. All right. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. All right. So we have a couple of other things to get to. The show going for, again, another 2.5 hours, hopefully, if I can hold out. We'll see if I can. What narcissists we must be to think we can somehow control nature. I'm not saying we don't have an effect. I just feel, yeah, like you said, it's very narcissistic to believe that solely our involvement controls it, and to forego looking at any other factors or things that could be, or accept the fact that maybe we really don't have any control over it. Like, I don't think all of the fossil fuels and the burn, like, that's all doing it, man. It's all that stuff. Right. And if that's the case, every time one of these volcanoes erupts, that again, that's years worth of the planet's production. That's years worth that it's doing. So again, how does me driving an electric car stop a volcano from erupting? I have yet to hear that explanation. This is a interesting story, I guess. We'll get to this. The fast food worker minimum wage thing is happening in California starting this Monday. The 1st is when it happens. And it's really interesting because the law went and said everybody that works at a fast food chain that has more than, I think, 60 locations nationwide has to do this $20 an hour minimum wage just for the fast food. So if you work at Walmart or like Target or whatever, you're still going to make $15.50 as your minimum wage starting point. But if you work at McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, you're going to get $20 an hour now. And the weird part is the law has an addendum just for locations that bake fresh bread. So just Subway and Panera get a buyout on this. I'm sure neither of them gave massive amounts of money to Gavin Newsom for that write-off. Let's go ahead and hear from a business owner in California talking about how this situation is going. I bet we're going to get an ad, though, the minute I hit play. Do we get an ad?
We had a
We're getting an ad.
Just 29% of tech workers are women, and just 8% are Hispanic.
That's because Hispanic women suck at tech, okay? Stop trying to make this a DEI thing. Hispanic women just aren't good at it, or they have no interest. Stop acting like it's only because there's disparities. You fucking
mandatory minimum wage for fast food workers will jump from $16 to $20 an hour on Monday. Businesses are scrambling to find ways to offset the extra labor costs.
Short pause here. Saint Caesar saying, movie day tomorrow, though, Johnny. Yes, tomorrow at 2 p.m. we will be doing Robot Jocks. I'm going to have stuff with me tomorrow because F it. I am just fuck it. That's where we're at. So I'm gonna have stuff with me tomorrow. We're gonna have fun watching Robot Jocks. I'm gonna make a big old bucket of popcorn, and we're gonna watch apparently a very cheesy 80s robot sci-fi movie for our first movie watch along tomorrow. I hope you all join us. It'll be Rumble exclusive starting at 2 p.m. And if you have fun, you can throw in on Rumble rants and all that stuff. Oh, that's right. I got to check Rumble, see if we can do that. All right, so back to California, changing from, again, it's $15.50, not $16 an hour, but apparently half a dollar is too much for audiences to comprehend, so they rounded it up to make it seem less impressive that they're getting $20 an hour. I don't know how much that 50 cents matters, but either way. Yes, I know you blocked multiple connections. Bitdefender. Alrighty, so again, California minimum wage rule. Let's hear about local business owners explaining how it'll affect them. What? Or actually, no. I think she mentions it in the story.
They say in many cases, customers will just end up eating the difference. But LA restaurant owner Angela Marsden, she's got a lot of concern about this and about her friends and their businesses, and she joins us now. Angela, when I was reading some of your thoughts about this, I have to say I felt
Hitler Diff saying, "Sorry, Johnny, I am a dick." I mean, you don't need to apologize. I'm done explaining why when people start just firing loose in the chat, why I'm going to take the screen down. Again, and the idea, like, oh, we're not allowed to talk. No, you're allowed to. You're totally allowed to. But again, it's my show, and if the chat has stuff on it that I don't want sitting on the screen, I mean, I don't give a shit. It's April 1st. Watch this be an April Fool's joke. That we do have something that is an April Fool's joke that we'll talk about. I really doubt this legislation is an April Fool's joke. I mean, except unless the joke is on everybody in California, then it totally is. Oh, damn.
I felt heartbroken by it because I know what it takes to be a small business owner. Although I've only had a small business on my own for a little while, it's a lot. All of that responsibility.
Really? You're a small business owner? What's your small business? Because right now you're a blonde-haired, blue-eyed lady. Not natural blonde, by the way. Boo. And you're just working on Fox News. So, I mean, good for you for having a backup plan. At least you're well aware of how Fox News treats their replaceable cogs.
All of that worry. And this just feels to me like you're on a knife's edge right now on whether you can continue.
Dana, those of us that are still
Saint
here,
Caesar, what does she do? OnlyFans? Yeah, what's your small business?
we are the ones that were strong enough to be the mom and pop shops that survived COVID. And now we're hit with this.
And that's another thing. The mom and pop shops that were strong enough to survive COVID. The people, including Newsom, that ran that state during COVID. How are those people allowed to be in charge? Like, I mean, literally, we know they fucked shit up. Why are they allowed to be in charge? She looks like she is on crack. Yeah, she does look a little strung out.
Directly impacts the small businesses. And for people to think it doesn't is crazy. We have massive layoffs that's going to happen. I actually have a friend, his friend has 7 McDonald's. She's a franchisee's owner. She's going to be closing 4 of them. So we're going to have massive layoffs, massive job losses. And when it comes to being a mom and pop shop, if you can get $20 an hour dropping fries at McDonald's, what do you expect you want me to pay to make a nice meal or a nice hamburger? My hamburger currently is going up to $20-some an hour. Reddit is $25 for a hamburger, a fries, and a soft drink. So imagine you're going into your neighborhood pub and your hamburger and fry is now costing you $26. I mean, literally, Gavin Newsom, I hope the United States is watching. I hope he never becomes president. This man is destroying California. I don't understand why people can't see that he's the biggest trickster of all time. He literally is saying, I'm going to help everybody. I'm going to give them $20 an hour. And now they're getting laid off. They're losing their jobs. And by the way, who's paying for it? It is a silent tax on the public. The public will pay for the unemployment of the people that are let go. The public will pay the $26 now for the hamburger. The lower class, middle class, upper class has been completely shut out. They can't even afford to go to McDonald's, let alone come to my place. And businesses are collapsing. Small mom and pop shops, I don't even know.
Again, this is what he wants. I wish people could just play this shit in front of Bill Maher all the time, because Bill Maher's insistence that Gavin Newsom's a good guy and he just drives me effing nuts. Drives me effing nuts. You know what? Screw it. I'm ignoring doctors' warning labels, and we're going for another 30 milliliters of this shit to see if maybe that'll help it. We're up to what? What is this, 90? We're up to 90? In the course of an hour. Let me guess, we're getting, oh, Jesus. You assholes tried to push me forward to a different story. You pushed me forward to the one I was on. Fox News. Again, how is that not illegal? I mean, honestly, considering how much investors hate getting robbed, how is it not illegal for them to push these ads onto people repeatedly? And I'm sure they're totally billing them for the ad revenue. Like, again, why? How is that not illegal?
Mandatory minimum wage for fast food workers.
All right, let's get back to where we were.
$20. $25 for a hamburger, a fries. The United States, and why people can't see that he's the biggest trickster of all time. He literally is saying, I'm going to help everybody. I'm going to give them $20 an hour. And now they're getting laid off. They're losing their jobs. And by the way, who's paying for it? It is a silent tax on the public. The public will pay for the unemployment of the people that are let go. The public will pay the $26 now for the hamburger. The lower class, middle class, upper class has been completely shut out. They can't even afford to go to McDonald's, let alone come to my place. And businesses are collapsing. Small mom and pop shops, I don't even...
Toastmaster saying, don't be alarmed when you have black poo after drinking copious amounts of Pepto. Thank you. Thank you for that warning. Saint Caesar saying, I take cough medicine more than the bottle tells you. More than the bottle tells you. Always helps me, Johnny. Well, thank you for that. And again, more importantly, Toastmaster, thank you. That one would have scared me because I didn't know that. I did not know I'm apparently in for brown poo. Makes your poo like tar. Get wet wipes, says Van Drexel. Again, good to know. I did not know these things about Pepto-Bismol.
Know if I'll be here at the end of the year. I am working hard with my staff. I am doing everything I can to increase revenue, because it's either increase revenue or I shut my kitchen down. My kitchen, who's been here since 1978. And I've cut my bookkeeper, I've cut my hours. I have a girlfriend that doesn't even have food. She just has straight liquor. She's trying to sell. She's not even making money. She's looking for a job while she's trying to sell her business. It is literally making way for corporations and big conglomerates. People with a lot of money will be able to have a business. But
right. Especially businesses that get little loopholes out of this law, like Panera and Subway, because they bake fresh bread. What the does that have to do with anything? I really think it's because they bake fresh bread. They bake fresh bread after they slide a bunch of money into Newsom's account.
your mom and pop shops, they're not going to exist. And Dana, that board, I'm being told that he put to oversee, is planning on getting the minimum wage up to $25 an hour in 2 years. People need to wake up. This is like when you go out to the circus and the guy has a big fancy trick he's showing you. Meanwhile, somebody is stealing all the money out of your pocket because this tax is being passed on to the consumer. It is a silent, hefty tax, and it is creating a wealthy and a poor. We have no middle class left. And I don't know. I don't know what LA is going to look like a year from now.
Unless you literally get rid of that asshole, it's going to be a hellhole.
2 years from now, even. All the mom and pops, are we still going to be here?
Nope.
Most of them I talk to are not making SBA payments. So by the way, taxpayers, now the SBA loans are going to go in default, and that's going to be on the taxpayers too. So I don't know the end
What's
game
an
here,
SBA
Dana.
loan?
I don't understand.
Angela,
the end game is what they're doing. They're destroying California. It's either literally, it's one of two things. You have to accept it this way. It's one of two things. It's either deliberate or it's idiocy. So either Gavin Newsom is too stupid to understand what he's doing, or he's literally doing this on purpose. It can't be both. Atomic Ray over at saying throw some I'm Not Right Network fucking kid sound drops on these. I don't have those sound drops up right now. I don't have those sound drops, I think, accessible. I think I lost them a while ago and I have to get them back. Sean saying, who leaves school and says they're going to work and retire from McDonald's? Right? Nobody does that, but the people that end up doing the SBA is a small business ass. Small business assessment? Small business assistance? SBA loan? I'm guessing small business assistance? I don't know. But at any rate, the like she said, the loans default, everything else, and that all falls on the taxpayers because, again, the state can't afford this shit. California's been running at a deficit since, like, forever. So California, with the port of L.A., with the taxes they get off of the movie industry, still can't make it work. I miss Patrick. He isn't on much anymore. I'm sorry to hear about that, Toastmaster. Patrick was always awesome. Patrick was a cool dude. I am sorry he's not on much anymore. I think he had some issues, though, like family issues and stuff, and that can become a huge problem. I know I have my own issues, and it makes my life a huge problem, so I can only imagine if he had those, what that's like. Yes, we're going for another 2 hours and 15 minutes, hopefully. I'm feeling a little bit better. Patrick was just on Rumble. I just came from there. Well, there you go. Van Drexel, link Patrick's Rumble channel in the chat for everybody. And people can find the I'm Not Right Network over on Rumble. That would be super awesome. Okay, so again, like I said, they're totally doing it deliberately. Honey, you can't. Patrick is on Rumble, says Atomic Ray. Yeah, let's, Van Drexel, rumble.com, I'm Not Right Network. Let's just click this really quick. Yeah, dude, the I'm Not Right Network is up and on Rumble. I'm going to give that baby a follow right now. So, yeah, go over there, give him a follow. He's got 231 followers. Good for him. Oh, Jesus. I worry about things like a message to Shannon. I hope that's not bad. Might be the final in I'm Not Right Network show. And that's DVR? What do you mean DVR? So I can't watch it? All right, Rusty Grammar, a big part of the show. I don't know why that's a thing. All right, we're going to close that out, though. But there's his thing. Go ahead and follow that channel, and I'm going to look at that later. What's the Sunday smoke show going to be called? No Weed Johnny, need a rebranding. St. Caesar, I guess you weren't listening earlier when I said I've already seen to it that by tomorrow for the watch along, I will have weed. I'm going against my better judgment and spending money maybe that I shouldn't, and getting some herb because 2 days now has been difficult, and it's just, yeah. He's going to be back going through some hard things, says Van Drexel. And I feel bad. Patrick's always been super cool. I got to meet him in person when he came out to the anniversary show. We hung out in my car and smoked. I smoked weed with him. If I've smoked weed with you, then we're cool, man. Like, I don't really harbor ill will to most people, especially if I meet them in real life and everything. Like, I'm like, all right, good. But you know, like if we've burned one, then we're cool, man. Then we're cool. Oh, dude, somebody linked the beginning of fucking Pool Hall Junkies, and Aaron didn't watch it because didn't pay for it. And I'm like, oh, damn it. That close. I want him to see that scene. If he sees the beginning of that movie, he's going to be like, all right, I think I want to see what the fuck this is about. And I'm like, you do. You do want to see what it's about. It's a good one-time watch. I love the damn thing because of the people in it. But Robot Jocks looks awesome, says Van Drexel. We'll before we log off today, we'll do we'll see if we can get the trailer, the Robot Jocks trailer. And we'll play the trailer to Robot Jocks to, again, show everybody what we'll be doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come join us live to comment on it. The chat will be up, well, not on the screen, but the chat will be up, and everybody can say whatever they want because it's Rumble, and I don't give a fuck. Honestly, again, I don't give a...
Guess what?
What?
I got a fever. Not good. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
That is Van Drexel giving a sub to Sea Wizard Stallone. Thank you, thank you, Van Drexel, for doing that. And Sea Wizard Stallone cowbell coming in for you. Heyo. I appreciate that. That is super awesome. Thank you. It's a stupid thing like a homeowners association, but they borrow you money to start your business, then tell you how to run it. Oh. That's why you got to save up and have startup cash. Oh, it's going to be rough. Saints, you're saying, I won't have popcorn, but I will have Doritos Whopper flavor. That can't be real. That can't be real. Doritos does not have a Whopper. Doritos has a Whopner flavor. Oh, God, don't tell me Doritos has a Whopper flavor. I don't need to know that. Doritos Whopper flavor. Doritos Whopper. Doritos Whopper flavor review. I want a video. Burger King Whopper Doritos review. 8:38.
All right, so check it out.
All right, I don't know who this is, and I don't really give a shit about his thing. I just want to hear about the Doritos Whopper flavor, so let's go.
I just flew back from the UK. Boy, are my arms tired.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, my God. I just flew back from the UK. Boy, are my arms tired. I have to admit, as kind of a hypocritical thing, I do make that joke when I'm in my wheelchair. I'd be like, hey, I just rolled in. Boy, are my arms tired. Because it's actually true. That's kind of why it's funny. Because I had to push. Fuck it. I just flew in. Boy, are my arms tired. God, I hate you. I hate you already. 6 seconds in.
But we have a UK exclusive Doritos teaming up with Burger King.
Doritos. Again, you can call them Doritos. You can call them Doritos. They're not actually Mexican. Mr. Q saying it's real. Saint Caesar saying it is. Look it up. Saint Caesar, we not only look it up, I'm going to watch this guy review them.
Flame grilled Whopper Doritos in this bag, direct from the UK. We're going to check them out.
There's no air in the bag? So, like, UK bags are, like, vacuum sealed? Interesting.
Cue the intro.
Cue the intro. Fuck your intro. Fuck your show. You suck.
Endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where I try something. Not included. I thought that was kind of funny. So a little write-up on the back. You could do a little... Almost lost the bag. At the end, I will. Light up the comments with some guesses with the times.
Fuck you.
Interesting, Doritos. So check it out. All the air that I purchased. And... yeah, they seem like they're pretty well intact. There's some that are kind of crushed, but take a look at this one.
Okay, it's a chip. Good for you. People,
Whopper.
People have seen chips before, asshole.
Dorito. So
Whopper Dorito. Oh, man, Doritos.
Tell ya, I don't know what I'm smelling.
I don't give a shit what you're smelling. Just eat the thing and tell me if it tastes like a fucking Whopper.
Today, probably not the day you're seeing
You're
this.
still not eating it? Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay, Doritos.
Wow. That's brilliant. Brilliant commentary. Okay, Doritos.
These are good. These are good. Is that even what I'm smelling? Like the flame grilled scent of the flame grilled Whoppers being cooked on the grill over there at Burger King?
Why does this guy have a speech impediment? What's his issue? And I guarantee you, with the Doritos logo in the corner, he was totally paid for this. I can't buy a single thing this asshole says. This asshole just does this because he got fucking product placement endorsement or some shit. Fuck that guy. So, what do Burger King Doritos taste like, people ask. I felt that each bite of each crisp was hit with a different flavor. Some were quite pickle-based, others were more smoky. I don't think they taste as good or similar to my beloved Whopper, but I can definitely see where they were going with it. All right, so that's the overall thing. I tried the new Burger King Doritos and was surprised by. Speckled with red and green flecks, making them instantly distinguishable. I don't give a shit about that. All right, so yeah, again, Mr. Q, he's a special guy. Tomorrow, Johnny, I want you to review your popcorn like this. No, because my popcorn is going to be delicious. I have only one choice to make with my popcorn. Do I go traditional butter and salt, or do I go dessert popcorn with the cinnamon roll powder that I have? Because both are fucking awesome. I'm probably going traditional butter and salt. We're doing a movie, so I should probably just do it movie style. Movie style. Mail a bag over here to Johnny. You know what? Yeah, dude, if someone mails me a bag of Burger King Whopper Doritos, I will totally review them on air. But you, Mr. Q, I don't know if you've ever sent packages overseas, but overseas shipping is a huge pain in the ass. And so it's also incredibly expensive. So I doubt that we're going to have that happen. But if somebody did, I would totally try them. All right, well, leftists blame the libs of TikTok. I do want to cover that story, but I need my gut to stop hurting. Do a mix, says Saint Caesar. Good God, no. Good God, no. A mix? Butter and salted popcorn and cinnamon roll? Like, how do you mix them? It makes it in one big bucket. So, yeah, if I call him a flavored corn chip N-word, will I get in trouble? Because if so, I will just call him an F-slur for fun and maybe a high five. Yeah, what the fuck? Again, I don't... Will I get in trouble? Again, it's just you just don't get it. You just don't get it. Oh, will I get in trouble? Probably. Because, again, you really like saying hateful shit like it's not going to come back on me or like it'd come back on all of us equally. Again, no. Just don't fucking get it. Is this a really big problem for you, Hitler Diff? Is this a really big problem for you? Are you not an adult enough to understand that I'm simply like, hey, how about you just don't... Because, again, it's funny, I'm racist, haha. I'm edgy. I say F-slurs and N-words because I'm edgy, and I do it behind a fake moniker and a doodle. Yeah, I do a show with my face and my name on it. So, again, it kind of follows me. All right. I'm going to just leave that there for a minute and think about it. Alrighty, so let's go to the Suicide Squad trailer. And let's do this. And let's do that. Hitler Diff, I hate me. You know what? I'm about ready to fucking ban you. So how about you just stop talking in the chat if you can't be an adult? For fuck's sake.
I don't know what you're looking for, but cards on the table. You don't get more unreliable narrator than me. It's my thing. And the collateral damage.
All right, this already looks dumb.
I remember you invading like it was yesterday. Heroes and villains working together. Imagine me being one of humanity's last defenders. What a gas! Oh, that's right. You, don't have a sense of humor. If only the others had listened. I had big plans for us going out with a bang.
So,
But you know what they say about good intentions. You can't kill them all.
it's just... So, it's a...
Oh, that's when we first met.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This does not look good. This does not look good.
Pals, shared torture tips. But you ruined my Earth. That's my modus operandi. And I hate being upstaged.
Okay, yeah, this looks like crap. I don't like that person at all. Like doing the voice and the character. It just, Jesus Christ, there's still 30 seconds. What the fuck?
So you thought you could keep this very active pathological imagination in a jar? Think again. Then I discovered you'd been giving my Earth a makeover. What's a place like this doing in a guy like me? Well, I'll pick your brain about it sometime. Ice pick.
Yeah, I don't see that as being awesome. Toastmaster saying I have a bag of cheddar and caramel popcorn. Well, I'm gonna bring it to the show. Mr. Q saying it's terrible. It does not look good. I will say that. It does not look good, and I don't like video game trailers that are nothing like the video game, because the video game is not a cartoon. It's not a comic book. So I get like the comic book intro kind of style, but again, it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. Alrighty, let's, restaurant owner, we already covered you, the Australian soccer team thing. That's another story I have to read. Damn it. Jail inmate. Alright, we're gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna have to try and do a written story and read again, because goddamn. Okay, so, we have, the show going for another 2 hours. Thank you for being part of the program on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Love seeing everybody on all the programs, platforms. Awesome to have all of you guys here. And we're going to get to this one. Now, a Las Vegas inmate apparently smuggled drugs into a penitentiary, and people died because fentanyl is extremely potent. So let's go ahead and hear about how, again, this entirely horrible crime could have been prevented if only people had been decent.
Our 8 News Now investigators first to tell you a Clark County jail inmate is accused of providing a lethal dose of fentanyl to his cellmate. While we don't know yet how he got it in, 8 News Now investigator David Charnes breaking this story.
I'm gonna guess it's butthole related. If you snuck drugs into a jail cell, there was some sort of digestive tract taken. Rocksteady hasn't been good since Arkham Knight. You mean Rockstar? Or is Rocksteady the name of the company? I have no idea. I haven't played Arkham Knight in forever, so that just puts me at that disadvantage. All right, let's go ahead and go with this.
David, you're learning more about how this happened, how this other inmate died.
Right, Kirsten, we are learning about this because prosecutors just filed second-degree murder charges. This, of course, yet another example of how fentanyl is killing people here in our valley, this time in a holding cell at the Clark County Jail in downtown Las Vegas. Now,
so you guys are going to burn down the city, right? Like, remember, if somebody dies from fentanyl...
Back in October, 32-year-old Timothy Oliver allegedly brought in a bag containing cocaine and fentanyl. Prosecutors say he shared that stash with his cellmate, 30-year-old Dylan E.C. Now, about 20 minutes later in that cell, corrections officers found E.C. unresponsive. They brought him to the hospital where he died from a fentanyl overdose a few days later.
Right. Okay, so how is this that guy's fault? You let him go in there with the fentanyl. What did you think was going to happen? Lethal dose don't mean squat. It takes so little to be lethal, right? Yeah, he gave him a lethal dose. Did he knowingly do it, or did he give him a pen head of fent and just found out, oh, that kills people?
In documents we obtained today, officers say surveillance video shows Oliver retrieving that bag from the back of his pants and then snorting it and sharing it. During a strip search,
So you didn't bother to check him before it? How did he just had it in the back of his pants? Again, I called it. Up his ass. Up his ass.
officers say they located that bag inside of Oliver's body. This all happened.
Other words, he put it in the poop chute. You guys needed to check his pooper.
As officers were booking Oliver into the jail on a probation violation, EC there
Was Phil some whole saying butt fent? That's got to be a hard way to go. The man died due to butt fent. Bobby Bologna sounds like a skill issue. Skill issue for who? The people running the cell, the guy giving the fent, or the guy shoving shit up his ass?
on a shoplifting charge. Now, we don't know exactly how Oliver allegedly...
So wait a minute. You booked him on a shoplifting charge and he had fentanyl up his ass? What the heck? How busy is this guy? Well, I better bring my drugs with me. So that way after I get done, stealing stuff, I can get high. And then you get arrested by the cops. Somehow found the time to keister your stash.
Brought the bag of that drug into the jail, or if he found it, or...
Mr. Q saying, in 1997, I brought a half ounce of bud into jail in my sock. That is even more unbelievable. Because, again, a half ounce of bud is no small amount. In your sock, how the hell did nobody smell that shit? Although I suppose. When was this, 97? Was it ditchweed? Was it just lanky-ass alfalfa field ditchweed?
Or if someone in the jail provided it to him, only that he had it on him at the time. It's also unclear if the bag was inside of him before EC's overdose or just where he hid it allegedly afterwards. Right now.
So nobody checked this guy at all? I mean, I thought it was standard procedure when you got put into jail. Like if you got booked and you're going into jail, they gave the old brown eye look-see. I've had to work on cop cars. You wouldn't believe the stuff I found under the back seats, says Sean. Do the cops let you keep it? Like, is that a thing? Like, if you work on cop cars, you get if you find some coke, you might as well have it, man. I don't give a shit. I ain't gonna log that as evidence. I don't know whose it is. Somebody will say it's mine.
He's in prison for violating probation. He's due in court next in June. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
Thank you, David.
All right. I really want to know who that guy is, though. I really want to know. Do we have the picture of the inmate? We don't. Shame. Who's the guy? I've had to work on cop cars. Yeah. I just hadn't read that. Okay. Mr. Q, double-bagged Mexican brick. It was better than nothing, and you could still smoke cigs in jail. So rolling papers were sold at the commissary. So you could buy loose tobacco and rolling papers and roll your own cigarettes in jail? Weird. And nobody figured out those were just, those are weed ciggies. Interesting. The things I learn. Alrighty, so again, Las Vegas inmate accused of supplying a lethal dose of fentanyl, as was Phil Sumholz so brilliantly coined the term, butt fent. Sean saying, lucky you, we rolled joints in toilet paper. Oh, this is interesting. I've never, ever been incarcerated. I'm always interested to learn more about prisons and things like that. I find just the whole thing fascinating. Just people being locked up, because, again, of things they did right or wrong, just how people behave as caged animals is interesting to me. So I always love learning more about the ecosystem of prison, and that is one thing you rolled joints in toilet paper. How does that work, though? Toilet paper is going to burn way too fast. How are you getting just enough of a burn? You got to double, triple wrap that thing? I don't know. I can't imagine using toilet paper as a wrapping paper of any grade, just any grade, good or bad. In fact, I think bad toilet paper would be even worse. Or would it? I don't know. Alrighty, so we have a story about a Bengaluru man in North Dakota jail. The jailer brought us beer for watching Sunday football. Well, that sounds kind of cool. Single ply, wet it, and let it dry stiff. I mean, I guess it works. That's got to be difficult, though. Do you wet it after you put the joint together or before? Because then you got to let the joint dry. But then your weed would be all mildewy. That can't work. No, you got to do it beforehand, asshole. That'd be gross otherwise. All right, so again, Bengaluru man dies after his friend pumps hot air into his rectum for fun. Rectum, it literally killed him. Atomic Ray, since COVID, no such thing as bad toilet paper. Fair point, fair point. Since COVID, no such thing as bad toilet paper. You got toilet paper, right? You got ass wipe? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You don't want to run out of that shit. All right, so again, back to the Bengaluru man who died of a colon burst after his friend put the nozzle... Oh, my God. After his friend put the nozzle for an electric blow dryer for vehicles into his rectum and inflated it for fun, the police said. Hey, man, we're going to shoot a bunch of air up your ass. You can let out the longest fart ever. The hardest part is getting a spark from the Baird TV power. Oh, my God. Sweet Jesus. And Sean, again, like I thought, no, before. You got to do that beforehand. You fucking retard. Yeah, let's just roll a joint and then soak it in water and see what happens. You dumbass. Where did what the? All right. Anyways, Paul Diab saying shit. Are you saying shit to the guy pumping air up his ass, or are you saying shit to the joint? Either way, yeah, shit. According to police, 24-year-old Yogesh, so close to Yoshi. I really wish it was Yoshi. Yogesh died after his friend Murali, 25, pumped hot air into his rectum playfully. The incident took place on March 25th when Yoshi visited the CNS Bike Service Center where Murali worked. Police told News 18 that Murali was employed at the service center where his friend Yogesh went to get his two-wheeler washed. Oh, no. Two-wheeler? Wouldn't it be a four-wheeler or a bicycle? What's a two-wheeler? All right, a motorbike. All right, police said after the motorbike wash was done, both started playing with a powerful electric blow dryer used to dry vehicles. Murali first used the blow dryer on Yogesh's face, then his back, then finally filled his rectum with hot air, police said. So were these two, like, having, like, blow dryer foreplay and it just went too far? Hitler diff and an outlet. All in all, I did years behind bars, 6 months here, 10 months there. Effing cages. I hated the 90s, but also got weed and a bowl into the cage. No lighter. We made a stick with a pot pie tin and a newspaper and an outlet. Alrighty, that is a lot. That is a lot to do. I the most ingenious thing I ever knew of, like someone showed me, they made one outside of they made a tattoo gun with a mechanical pencil and motor and a bunch of other things. And then they used the tattoo gun to give a friend of mine a really horrible tattoo that I don't know if it ever came off or stuck or what. Jump on Yoshi, eat a Goomba, and store it up Yoshi's ass. Well, at this point, it was jump on Yoshi, eat a Goomba, and then shove a blow dryer up his ass. All right. As the warm, hot, filtered air entered Yoshi's body via the anus, his abdomen expanded and he collapsed. As Yoshi collapsed, Morali rushed him to the hospital where doctors said due to the high pressure of the blow dryer, there was massive damage to his intestines. Why would you do this? Why? However, Yogesh failed to respond to the treatment and died at the local hospital on Wednesday morning. Police said Yogesh hailed from Vajayampura and worked as a delivery agent in Bengaluru. Police also said that he was living with his grandmother in Thanisandra. A case has been filed at Sampigali Police Station under Section 304, culpable homicide of the Indian Penal Code. I mean, we're talking about India, but a phrase Indian Penal Code just sounds weird. Alrighty, toilet paper with a toilet paper ball on it. What? Toilet paper. I don't know. Alrighty, an outlet with a toilet paper ball on it? That I have no idea. We had a lighter attached to the wall. Just hold down the button. Fat Conan, stick that up your ass and let it stew. Oh, no. No, don't stick that up your ass and let it stew. Yeah, I kind of got you to catch fire. But again, wouldn't people catch on to that? Like you'd smell the shit burning. Like you'd smell the shit burning. Like you'd think you'd be like, hey, I smell paper burning. Like again, it's weird. Do they still allow like smoking in jail cells and stuff or to catch fire, hopefully. Yeah, if you're lucky it catches fire. Otherwise you're kind of boned. You are very much out in the cold on that one. We're doing a show for another hour and 45 minutes, provided I can hold out. Looks like we're going to make it. Again, going for another hour and 45 minutes, if provided I don't. They did and saw the black scorch marks on the outlet. Right? I mean, I feel like that one, you don't get away with that, I think, for long. I feel like that's probably not going to be a thing. And thank you, Deb, for following me on Rumble. Love to have that. Love having all the new follows on Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. Let's just make sure these are open so we don't miss any more of them if they happen. And doesn't look like we have, so great. Good times, lost good times, says Hitler Diff. Maybe going to errands took it out of you today, sir, says Saint Caesar. No, I'll be honest, I feel bad about the show with Aaron today, not because of the performance we did. Like, the show was awesome. I had fun doing the show. But it's very obvious that, people just don't like me as much as they do, like Aaron, April, and everybody else. And it just, I don't know. Aaron really wanted to help make me more money, and I just kind of feel bad. He didn't even make his show goal. So it's just like, And then, of course, I didn't make anything, which is fine, but just, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of a kick in the dick. We had a boy walking around spraying cleaner to cover up the odor, blew smoke into the toilet, covered it with a checkerboard, then flushed. Does the flush get the air out, though? I mean, some of it maybe. Again, like, this is the stuff that I find interesting. Do these things work? The fact that people come up with these ingenious ways to do this shit, it's always exciting to me to learn what people do. It's a holiday. Don't forget that as well. Easter, says Saint Caesar. Right, it's a holiday. But, I don't know. I'm a slave to trends. I notice them. So, like I said, that's probably why tomorrow's show is going to be dead empty. I'll just watch that movie by myself, just me and Saint Caesar. But yes, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be doing Robot Jocks. I'll be honest, I didn't realize Sunday was Easter. I did not realize Sunday was Easter. Oh my God, the jail toilets, you can flush sheets and flood the joint. Oh, man. I'd hate to have to fucking fix that, man. Oof. Saint Caesar saying, me and you was a good time, sir. Well, we're going to be hanging out either way. You did not get your kid an Easter bucket. You better go tonight, says Fat Conan. Oh, no, Fat Conan. I'm sure my daughter has Easter treats and things figured out. If not, I'll be taking care of that tomorrow afternoon. Either way, the thing that I did last year that I have to fucking rectify this year is I created a whole fun little scavenger hunt for her, and I now have to do it again, top it. I mean, I don't feel like she's going to just be happy to get her Easter stuff. I feel like this time, if she does not get an Easter bunny trail leading to victory, she's going to be disappointed. So hey, Johnny, I made it. Had to fight 500 Easter bunnies and some fat guy in a bunny suit, but I made it. Thank you, Mikey. Was Phil Small saying, I did taxes yesterday and the state got all my money to waste? Yeah, I've still got to do my taxes, and yeah, that's probably going to suck. Alrighty, let's get over to this story. An Australian soccer team has literally destroyed the competition in a women's tournament, and you'll never guess how they did it. How an Australian women's soccer team blew the competition out of the water. All right, no, I take it back. You're totally going to guess. Mikey Two Milks for Fat Conan, that was not a fair fight. Next time, I'm going to use my carrot. With dicks, says Phil Some Holes. You're right. With dicks. The Australian soccer team with 5 transgender players goes undefeated in the women's tournament. Huge difference in ability. This is according to the New York Post article, by the way. Even the New York Post is kind of like, all right, guys, look, we want to be woke and stuff, but boom. Wait, are they going to talk about it? Oh, this is a thing about this. I don't care. Wait a minute. Is that our boobs guy? No way, that's boobs guy. That's got to be BOOBS boobs. I've been meaning to get that sound drop forever. That's got to... No, that's not the right one. That's got to be this sound drop that I've been meaning to clip. No, stop highlighting that one.
And that had absolutely nothing to do with sports. And they said, look, you can't have this opinion. It's too conservative. We're not going to allow it. I think that's a bad move. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I believe in only 2 things completely, the First Amendment and boobs. And so once they made the decision that they were not going to allow it.
I love the face. Oh, God, I love the face when it hits the both of them. Although, I got to admit, the black guy is kind of just like, what the fuck this cracker saying? But this is still my favorite. I got to get this sound drop.
And so once they made the decision that they were not going to allow a conservative, non-sports related commentary, they couldn't do it either.
Hold on. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly as a woman anchoring the show. Did you say, what did you just say? You believe in the First Amendment and BOOBS?
Boobs. 2 things that have only never let me down in this entire country's history, the First Amendment and boobs. So those are the only 2.
There's Puffy. We found him, says Fat Cone. Saint Caesar, well, hello in the middle. Yeah, she's very, very pretty. But again, the best part is, did you say B-double-O-B-S? And he goes, boobs. And that's the one I went, did you say B-double-O-B-S? I thought she said B-double-B-S, boobs, but...
Two things I believe in absolutely in the country. And so I don't think Jamel Hill should be fired.
I love it. Two things I believe in absolutely in the country. And now that we've covered that stupid point, I don't think Jamel Hill should be fired. And furthermore, I think whoever made that decision was a real boob. Normally I'd like him because I love boobs, but... Mr. Q. Boobies, balloons, bazingas, tatas, sweater puppies. Yeah, I love it if he had doubled down on that. Did you say B-double-O-B-S boobs? Yeah, you know, boobs, hang-downs, sweater puppies, watermelons, whatever you want to call them. Fun bags, says Conan. I have to get this sound clip off of here, but I'm glad I haven't yet because this is so awesome that I have this clip here and I immediately recognize that motherfucker's face. I will never forget this man's face just because of that moment.
I do think, straight up, that once you make the decision that you are going to let Kurt Schilling go, that you have to also make the decision that you're going to let Jamel Hill go. I think that's a bad decision.
I love that these two people are trying to comprehend what just happened. Either he is high as fuck and just not paying attention, because he's kind of been stoic like this the whole time, but she's literally just torment. Just, okay, like, I'm a woman in a male-dominated job, sexism, yeah. But literally on air, this man just told me, First Amendment and boobs.
The decision that you're going to let Jamel Hill go. I think that's a bad decision. I think ESPN has made bad decisions that have led to
and she's just
13 million.
She's like, how long do I wait to cut him off and point out he just did something incredibly stupid on national television?
Subscribers bailing on the network. They've made bad decisions that have led to ratings collapsing. Jamel Hill's television show is collapsing. Ratings were down 20% last week. Over last year. I think that's why she's angry.
Conan, I mean, he's not wrong. I will agree. Much like him, and we're gonna wipe the chat just so everyone can see, because I've totally called it. This guy is the exact same person as where was it? Boop boop boop. Was it this guy? Was it down here? Nope, that wasn't the transgender. Oh, no, was it the New York Post article? There we go. There we go. It's him right there. That's him right there. I gotta hear what he says just because, again, that's him. That is so totally him. Oh, my God, that is him. That is him.
I think that's why she went after Donald Trump. She's begging for ESPN to fire her so she can work somewhere else.
Okay. Keith, what do you think?
Listen, I'm astonished at almost everything I just heard.
I'm astonished at almost everything I just heard. And I wasn't listening because I was too busy about thinking about, hooking up with some of my friends later and maybe, having a nice night on the town. But then I heard him say boobs, and I looked at your face and I realized, oh, she's pissed. Fat Conan. He's more a dick, man. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really admit this publicly because certain communities don't approve, but I'm really more into the schwanz if I...
One of the things that, and Jamel's a personal friend, not just a colleague, but a personal friend. One of the things that Jamel's had to deal with her entire career, and many women who I'm friends with in this business and have been friends with in this business for a long time, is sexism, blatant sexism.
Oh, no, blatant sexism? How is it sexist? He's just saying boobs have never let him down. That's not sexist. That's saying that women's mammary glands have a very high success rate. Oh, shit, we got to put the chat box back up. I'm sorry. Mr. Q put 2 CDs in the chat, and that would have been funny. Everybody else having fun with this? I like boobs. I love boobs. Yeah. Everybody loves boobs. You have to understand, as a beautiful woman, people love boobs.
Comments about her appearance, comments about her racially, comments about her inability or perceived inability to be able to comment on sports because
of what, her gender? Well, again, what if you're assuming it's because of her gender? Again, I'm one of these firm people of, it's not because you're black, it's not because you're a woman, it's because you suck. And that's usually why I criticize people like Ilhan Omar, AOC, and others. And when they go, oh, racism, misogyny, I go, oh, no. Them being a woman of color has nothing to do with the fact that they suck.
Because of her gender. For somebody to come on CNN and to say something like the only thing I believe in a discussion
I'm still there too, and I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. BOOZE or BOOBS? Because as a woman, I'm
as in boobs. I believe completely in the First Amendment and in boobs. Those are the only.
He doubles down. He gets confronted with being an asshole on national TV and literally just, yeah, dude, boobs, man. Am I speaking fucking Sputnik? Am I stuttering? I love boobs. Boobs are great. Fat Conan, good for him. Boobs have never let him down, right? Boobs have never let him down. How is that misogynistic? I believe in the First Amendment and boobs. Boobs have never let me down. That, again, I mean, you can say that's misogynistic. I guess so. I feel like that's female empowerment. Again, high success rate, boobs. Yours got you a job.
Only two things I believe 100% in this country. And by the way, Jamel has absolutely nothing to do with her background at all. He immediately, did you notice that? He went.
At Jamel Hill, like he immediately goes back to Jamel Hill. And wait a minute, you're just glossing over the fact that as we point this out to you again, you doubled down on boobs. Oh, Mr. Rogers' Bad Neighborhood said, what's crack-a-lackin'? And Mr. Q saying, we're doing some locker room talk. Yeah, apparently, again, Clay Travis, stunning CNN host when he says he believes in two things: First Amendment and boobs.
Went straight to that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I did go straight to that.
Yeah, I did go straight to that because, again, you came on and told a female host you believe in the First Amendment and boobs.
You even say that live on national television and with a female host.
I say it live on the radio all the time because it's true, and that's what I.
Listen, sugar tits, don't take it personal. I didn't just say this to you. I say it all the time. I get in the cab and the cabbie's like, where do you want to go? I don't know, but I hope there's boobs. Boobs never let me down. B-O-O-B, boob. I was trying to be funny doing boobs in scrolling down, and I failed. That's all right, St. Caesar. I do plenty of things and fail.
I do. Because I like boobs and the First Amendment, which is exactly what I said.
I like boobs and the First Amendment, which is exactly what I said. Boobs and the First Amendment. All right, so now that we know, again, it is Clay Travis, I've got to hear Clay Travis. Biological men competing against women is everything that is wrong with sports. Clay Travis. Okay. And this is only 40 seconds. You know what? I'm worried that this is not going to have anywhere near the funny and entertaining value that Clay Travis telling a female host he believes in boobs is. I don't think it'll be the same. But I will say, Clay Travis looking a little rough.
Who decide to identify as women should not be women's champions. This is something we've been covering aggressively at Outkick through Riley Gaines, since I'm sure you know her story. Yeah. She had to swim against a man who decided to identify as a woman, swam for 3 years on the Penn's men's team, flips over, becomes a woman all of a sudden, and wins a women's NCAA championship. I think it's everything that's wrong with sport. There's a reason we divide men and women. I thought Lauren was 100% right. Men are bigger, faster, and stronger than women are. That's a biological reality. Some women are stronger than some men.
And let's not forget that all women have boobs, and boobs never let you down.
But at elite athletic competitions, men are going to be bigger, stronger, and faster.
Yeah, again. That used to be something we didn't have to discuss.
$10 per month per
we used to just be
new-
able to agree on that. So yes, an amateur Australian soccer team has stirred controversy after the squad, which includes five transgender women, dominated a women's-only tournament, claiming the $1,000 prize, according to the report. The fucking Jesus. The Sydney-based Flying Bats FC for football club went undefeated during the 4-week tournament, including one game in which one of the transgender women scored 6 goals en route to a 10-0 beatdown. Some parents pulled their daughters from matches over safety concerns, officials from soccer clubs in the Northwest Sydney League told the paper. They believe the Flying Bats, who are backed by Pride Football Australia, should instead play in the mixed gender games that include men and women. Yes, they should. But Pride people don't like that, especially transgender people that really like having an unfair advantage. Again, these guys are cheaters. Our girls are here to play for fun and expect to play in the female competition. They did not sign up for a mixed competition, one senior club official said. Right. They didn't sign up for that, but they don't get a choice because apparently, again, we're allowed to squash women's rights as long as it's behalf of men who claim they're women. Some of the parents were so concerned they would not let their daughters play, the official continued. It was so disheartening for them to see the huge difference in ability. They're killing it. Carrie Smith, a spokesperson for Binary Australia, an advocacy group that maintains that there are only 2 genders, told the Daily Telegraph the league is putting the players at risk. She claimed that some of the girls were told not to complain or forfeit in protest for fear of repercussions. Right, because the rainbow bullies don't like it at all when you don't agree with them. So, all right. Again, a soccer team with 5 guys on it beat the shit out of every single other team in a 4-week tournament. Oh, God. It's almost like it's not fair. All right, so that one's done there. We'll kick that out. We've got an hour and a half left in the show. Women have better boobs, says Fat Conan. Yeah, they do. Women do have better boobs. And some have inverted nipples. All right, then. A worm and a seahorse are asexual, so technically 3 genders. Well, if you're asexual, you don't have a gender. You're just self-replicating. It's not you have both genders. If you're asexual, you have the ability to reproduce with yourself. That means you have both genders. I don't know. Again, do we need to get into that? That's where you get into DNA and stuff and science and things and a lot of the people we're talking about don't really believe in those things because then it would disprove them. All right, we've got to grab a couple of stories here, and I just said that in a really weird way. All right, so we've got a lady that rescued a hedgehog, and that's going to be an interesting story. We have a story about conjoined twins marrying their dream man, and people are saying this couldn't be more adorable. I don't agree with that, but we'll get into that. We have a sinkhole that is rumored to have unearthed a moonshine cave. We have a story about, 7-Eleven story. So we have a hot dog story. I promised this before about the hot dog thing. Yeah, so we have a story about hot dogs. A story about a Harvard University doing something that, I get why, but also why. And then we have a video of a Karen getting instant karma. Alrighty. So we're going to have fun with that. And we're going to enjoy all of those things. Sorry for confusing you, Johnny. I forgot you were out of weed. When did you confuse me? A worm and a seahorse are asexual, so technically 3 genders. Oh, yeah. But I don't think me having weed would actually make me more easily confused, I think. Yeah, the weed thing would make it more easy to confuse me. So, yeah. I'm going to message... no, I'll do that after the show. Tell him to stop by with his paperwork tomorrow. All right, so there we go. We got that. So let's get to this one quick. I'm going to read this because it annoys me. to a fairly decent extent, and we'll cover that quick and then move on. There's a story that's been getting out about an Oklahoma teen who died, and the story that has been getting put out. LMAO, love you, bro. Well, I love everybody that pays attention and joins the show, so I love you too. Hitler, Diff, and everybody. I love everybody. But as I was saying, so this sticker party. Okay.
All stream stickers are free.
Oh, that's right. I don't have.
3, 2, 1, go!
See, now if you're on Twitch, the stickers are free. You can go nuts with them. Throw them all up on the screen. Have a good time. They're free for a limited amount of time. Go ahead and grab any one you want. They are not aimable during the sticker party, unfortunately, so far as I know. And while you guys have fun bukakiing the screen with stickers and shit, we're going to read this story and get through this. So, again, if you have issues with the modern day, especially left-wing news media, you're going to feel a strong sense of confirmation bias here. There's a weird, complicated, tragic thing that happened recently, and we're going to talk about it. A lady by the name of Dagny Benedict, who went by they-them pronouns and the gender-neutral name Nex, died the day after she got into a fistfight at her public school in Oklahoma. Nex Benedict collapsed the day after an altercation in the girls' bathroom at the public high school they attended, a school where relatives say the 10th grader who used they-them pronouns had been bullied for being non-binary. Now, that was according to the Washington Post. They put it up. Dagny was put in a compromised position of bullying because Oklahoma requires students to use bathrooms that correspond with their birth sex, and Oklahoma has Checha Rachik, the woman behind Libs of TikTok, as an advisor for the state's library board. So because of these connections, apparently Libs of TikTok was tied to the death of Dagny. The Washington Post never established what the Washington Post never established was that the fight in question had anything to do with Dagny's gender identity. They basically reported a rumor and then tied that rumor to Libs of TikTok because it helped push their narrative. Even the president did this. This was a big thing, I guess. So, Mr. Rogers, I am Diff back at Johnny. High five again. And sorry. All right. So again, the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's report came out after we've been saying again that this person died as a result of a fight because they were non-binary. It was just an innocent LGBT victim. Well, it turns out that the autopsy came out, and the toxicology report showed that Dagny did not die from the fight, but rather committed suicide by overdosing after the fight. The Oklahoma non-binary Nex Benedict died by suicide from drug overdose, not from injuries sustained in a school fight. The medical examiner has confirmed. Thank you, Lab Glass, for the 100 bits. I appreciate all the support we get. Thank you guys so much for helping support the show. Nex, 16, who was born Dagny, died on February 8th, just after sustaining head trauma in a bathroom fight in the Owasso High School in Oklahoma. So even after that came out, they still contended that Dagny was bullied into suicide because of evil Republicans and Libs of TikTok. Officials have even found out that Dagny started the fight herself in question, and even though the mutual bullying from each side had been going on for months at that 100. Point. Thank you very much, Mikey. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So again, Dagny was non-binary, had some issues in school, but this is all Libs of TikTok's fault. And the worst part of the story is unfortunately about to happen. Because there's more to it than that.
Cheer 100, take another hundo and like IT.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's now come out that Nex's father R-worded her and molested her for years. He was arrested again 2 weeks before she overdosed. The Washington Post knew this information and still deliberately blamed Checharachik for her committing suicide. How is that not criminal? How is that not criminal? You deliberately ignore facts. How do you get to call yourself a journalist? You ignored facts. Dagny was molested and R-worded by her own father multiple times. She lived a horrible life we wouldn't wish on our worst enemies. She tragically took her own life, but Taylor Lorenz and the Washington Post still tried to use the story to destroy Checharachik and cast all Republicans as evil. And as, who is it who said this? Which was this, this is Red State that wrote this. As is usual in these cases, there's much more to the story. A hint was provided by Washington Post on February 21st of 2024 that never made it beyond that report. Describing Dagny's funeral, the article states that Dagny's cousin spoke along with her mother and Benedict. Nex's biological mother was among the mourners. Their father, who is in prison for abuse, was not. That last detail may have been more impactful than realized. On July 17th, 2019, when Dagny was 11 years old, an arrest warrant was issued for James Everett Hughes, Dagny's father. He was arrested on July 31st in Sebastian County. The charge was of R-wording of a minor under the age of 14 during the time period between May 2017 and August 2017, when Dagny was 9 years old. Among many witnesses was Sue Benedict, the grandmother who would adopt Dagny in 2019. Hughes would accept a plea deal to sexual assault in the second degree on November 27th. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison with 10 years suspended. He would be placed on the sex offender list and have no contact with his daughter. He was arrested again on January 25th, 2024 by the Little Rock Police Department for failing to comply with reporting as a sex offender 2 weeks before Dagny would end her life. So again, and then people are now commenting on the other posts again, saying things like, a lot of these women who have this gender identity thing are probably abused. Yeah, probably. Most women, when they behave like a guy, it's because they want guys to leave them the fuck alone, because guys have been a problem. So that's usually where you get that. Whereas when most, as we've seen from Dylan Mulvaney, when most guys want to be a girl, it's, oh, I feel pretty, I feel special, I have to be something awesome, so I'm going to be a caricature. It's just, oh my God, man. Wow. Just crazy. Abused and ignored by doctors and activists. And the minute that anything happens to her, the left that cares so much about these people just goes, nope, it must be Republicans. It's all their fault. Again, it's sad. We have an hour and 15 minutes left in the show. Maybe I just put a bummer of a show together today because I'm just in a funk. Who knows? We've got a couple other things to talk about, and we'll get into those. Again, the thing that's most sad about that is a tragedy happened, and we're using it for political means. And it's a news organization doing it, which is, again, the most sad part. Okay, so we have a story that, well, oh, wait a minute. Okay, looks like you're using an ad blocker. Yes, I'm using an ad blocker because ads suck and you people are horrible. But fine, we'll turn off the ad blocker. If it lets me do a show, at least I can do that. Alrighty, refresh, bang, bang, boom. Is this a... Oh, it's 16 seconds, so I'm not even going to I'm not going to play that. There's no point in playing that. Okay, so a lady decided to rescue a baby hedgehog. She decided to rescue a baby hedgehog. Do we have a picture in this, or do we have to do that thing? Great, so we have to do it this way. Can we go like this? And can I close these more in video? I don't want these videos. I want these tags off the screen. A rescue story. Blah, 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 blah. Can we... Spoiler alert. What do you... All right, yeah, fuck you. I won't even bother. All right, so there was a lady who found a pom-pom from a hat. She assumed it was a baby hedgehog and then proceeded to try and care for it. She put it in a box with food and treats and just waited for the little guy to just pop open and eat, and then realized after it went on long enough, oh, that's not a fucking hedgehog. She rescued a pom-pom from a hat. Oh, boy. All right, so I wanted to actually cover that more than this. But a Cheshire, England woman who rescued what she believed to be an abandoned baby hedgehog took it to the local animal hospital, where veterinarians told her she had actually rescued the pom-pom from a beanie hat. She brought it to the animal hospital the next day, concerned it hadn't moved or popped all night. Oh, moved or pooped all night, said veterinarian Jane Coates. The veterinarians then informed the woman that she had actually rescued the pom-pom from the top of a beanie hat. She was an older lady, maybe 60s or 70s, well-spoken and well-meaning, Coates said. She said she couldn't see something. She said she could see something on the roadside that looked like a hedgehog. From a distance, you take it at face value, she didn't handle it at all. She scooped it with a box and put some cat food and left it alone in a warm, dark place. She did everything so well, she barely peeked at it because she did not want to stress it out, Coates said. All right, the animal hospital praised the woman for her good intentions. Right, for her good intentions. But again, I mean, she rescued a beanie from a pom-pom, or a pom-pom from a beanie hat. So, oh yeah, let's go. Oh, this, I can't. Can I open the picture in new tab? Open link in new tab, open. All right, open image in new tab. There we go. Here's our daring rescue. I mean, it doesn't even look like a hedgehog. I mean, hedgehogs are supposed to be spiky with actual quills. This does not even look like a hedgehog. But she put it in a box. Looks like what my cat coughs up, says Fat Conan. Yeah, it looks more like a hairball than a hedgehog. She put it in a box. She gave it cat treats. She didn't, or cat food. She noticed it didn't move or poop all night, and she became very, very worried about the baby hedgehog. No, that's a tribble, says Mr. Rogers' bad neighbor. No, it's not a tribble. Tribbles aren't real. It's a tribble, goddammit. You got to take it out before they reproduce. The little bastards will be everywhere. You got to neuter the little furballs. How did they do that, by the way? How did they neuter all the tribbles, or did they just kill them all? I got to wonder, what do you do? I put those on my recurves to make the string less noisy. Oh, the pom-poms? Does that actually work? Alrighty. Well, so she rescued again, a piece of headwear and did the best she could. So good for her. Bobby Bologna says, no, I just like looking gay. Well, you know, at least the point is you have goals. The Klingons wiped them out. The Klingons wiped out the tribbles? Were they delicious? Because I feel like the Klingons would be bored with killing. Killing tribbles would be too easy for the Klingons. Oh. All right. The conjoined twins story. This one is interesting. Hey, everybody. We got our kitty joining us again. It's Tegra. The kitty cat. Again, we've got the show going for another hour and 20 minutes or so. I got a Klingon, been washing for days, can't get rid of it. Oh, no, I think he means poop. Ugh. All right, kitties, just don't destroy my lighting, please, if you could. Alrighty, so our next story here.
Brother, you've got a beautiful cock. You got a beautiful cock, baby.
Thank you for the 50 bits and supporting the show. I love all the support we get on this program from you guys. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you. Thank you for the 50 bits. Alrighty, so conjoined twins. One of these conjoined twins got married to her dream man, and it has the internet talking. Right, it has the internet talking. I want to know what the internet's talking about because I have questions. And we've got a video, and we're going to play it in a minute. But first... Lab Glass apparently had to get that out. Can't keep that evil inside. Conjoined twins got married. Thank you. Who was that? Fat Conan. All right. Conjoined twins got married. The internet's talking about it. What was the internet saying? Let's get to what the internet's saying and all this stuff. Abby and Josh kept their marriage under wraps from the public eye until 2023 when they shared photos of the wedding ceremony on their TikTok. The duo originally appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1996, explaining their lives as conjoined twins. They were born as dice phallus conjoined twins. Am I reading that word wrong? I'm gonna copy it. Because this really looks like it says dice phallus. Imagine being conjoined twins and only one of you being gay. That could be a thing. That's dice phallus, right? That's the word that they said. Dice phallus. They were born as dice phallus conjoined twins. What's dice phallus? Hickory dickory dock. I love to talk about my cock. Like what is dice phallus? Fat Conan, 2 dicks. That sounds backwards because these are women. That is 2 heads, says Toastmaster. Okay. Dice phallus. It's still phallus sounds like a penile thing. And again, Fat Conan saying 2 dicks. That's what it sounds like it should be. Dice phallus. Cephalus is head. Yeah. So if it was dicephalus, that'd be dicephalus. It's dicephalus, not dice phallus. They need a hyphen in that shit, man. Dicephalus, not dice phallus. Oh my God. 2 heads. Maybe they can drive then. Oh, no. No. The Helson twins share a bloodstream and all organs below the waist. Abby controls their right arm and leg, and Brittany controls the left side. When Abby and Brittany were born in 1990, their parents, Patty and Mike Hensel, opted out of separation surgery because doctors said there was a small chance the girls would survive the operation. So that's what they did. Let's go look at this. They posted this on Twitter. Meme on Lib says, this video has me asking a lot of questions. This is going to be interesting. All right, so conjoined twins, go. Right. So one's controlling one arm, one's controlling the other. Dude got a 2-for-1. I got a BOGO, bitch. Hey man, I don't mean to brag, but my wife was a BOGO. I bought one, I got another one for free. Oh my God. So they're working together to do this right now. That is insane. They're working together to dance. What if she hates this guy? I want to know how she feels about it. We know she's thrilled. How does she feel? Oh, man. Oh, man. And that's the worst part. You can't ask one How are they both married to him or just one? Right? I don't know. We need that information. Are they both married or just one? If she goes to therapy, and I imagine she needs to, if she goes to therapy, do they put like noise canceling headphones on one to talk to the other so they can go back and forth? Or again, can you even have that? Like if one talks, can you still hear her like on the inside? There's so many questions now. So many questions I have now. I have so many questions. So many questions. Oh, God. Oh, God. And in the comment section of the post, somebody shared this.
Okay, who wants to taste it and who wants to smell it?
Oh. Mr. Q, she has to watch her brother. Ew. No, she doesn't. She has to watch her sister. Ew. Again, she watches her sister do that. Which one of you wants to taste it? Which one of you wants to smell it? It's just so bad. Fat Conan, just think of the possibilities. What possibilities? I'm thinking of the nightmare. Because again, you have to live with two women who are also one woman. That's two ladies never letting you forget anything. Oh boy, that again, I don't know how wow. You know? Interesting. I don't know how you do how do you do that? It makes zero sense. All right, so we've got a news story. Oh, is there a bunch of different news stories, or are we covering just this one? Hopefully, never mind. It's a bunch. So we're going to cover just this first one, and then we're going to stop. Apparently, not a lot going on in Buffalo, so they had to report on this, and I'm using their report on it because I want to report on this. Good thing I'm not eating, says St. Caesar. Yeah, they were eating for two. Fat Cone, imagine how hard it is to figure out where to go to eat. Two of them will never have an answer. Dude, if it takes her an hour to get ready, so what? Like the both of them, 2 hours? How? Okay. How many boobs does she have? Because again, they were joined below the waist, right? They share organs. So what is it? Are we talking a 4? Are we talking a 3 or a 2? Like 2 could be weird because if it's like 2, but then you've got 2 heads, odd, right? But then like 3? Then now we got 3 boobs. That's weird. Once again, we're back on boobs. Fat Conan, BOOBS boobs. Yes, boobs. We're talking about boobs. Because if they don't listen, which one do you punch? Oh, no. Oh, no. I had to tell her twice, but they each have a black eye. Yeah, I didn't know which one I needed to repeat it to. Oh. Their boobies are better than one. I think you mean 3 boobies are better than one. And right, like if they had 1 boob, uniboob would be creepy. 2 heads, 1 boob, not doing it, right? We're not doing uniboob. We need, again, I need details here, man. And if she has 4 boobs, right? Like, do you only play with 2 of them because the other 2 would be rude? Do you have to ask the sister's permission before you finger her? Like, hey, so I'm about to diddle your sister. You're cool with this, right? Like, oh, man. Landers, what did I miss? Did Johnny pull out his dong yet? Why would I? I'm not going to pull out my dick. That'll be sad, and I'll get my show canceled. That's just 2 horrible times. Nobody needs that. Mr. Q, I am a freak. Where's my true love? I don't even. I don't know. I guess apparently you need to be looking in the
collaborating with
in the again the apparently the dicephalous conjoined twins, not the dicephalous conjoined. I you know what? I feel bad for calling it dicephalous, but again, you can't put DI and then CEFHAULS together and not get dicephalous. That is dicephalous. Oh, who are you? A fucking. All right, let's go to this story. So, the 7-Eleven has announced a new flavor of sparkling water. 7-Eleven's new hot dog flavored sparkling water. Cue Limp Bizkit jokes.
Miracle Seltzer to debut a new line of sparkling waters, and the new line includes a hot dog flavored water. They say it's called Big Bite Hot Dog, and it's supposed to taste like a hot dog. A 7-Eleven hot dog. They also have lemon lime, green apple, and sweet orange, and they say that they plan to release more details on April 1st, which is a little suspicious.
I'll eat the hot dog. And
Right, now I want a hot dog.
And then I'll drink something that maybe doesn't taste like a hot dog.
Yeah, why would anyone want a hot dog flavored beverage? But again, it's got to be an April Fool's prank. Yucky, says Mr. Cute. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants a hot dog flavor. I don't think anyone wants hot dog flavored water. Again, unless you're also having it with a chocolate starfish. So, you need Limp Bizkit to endorse it. So just like the ad comes out, new 7-Eleven hot dog flavored water. Yeah, let it out. Come on, it's Limp Bizkit. Like, oh my God, I hate myself. Limp Bizkit in the house. Oh God, the fucking. Oh, jeez. Hot dog flavored water. Why? I mean, I get it, even if it's a joke. Why is a joke? It's gross. It's gross on every level. Now, are these two going to... we have a little bit of time left in here. Are they going to make any Limp Bizkit references? Because if you're not going to, don't bother covering the story. You have hot dog flavored water. That doesn't happen often. You can't use... It's not going to wait for another time around.
Sometimes these brands put these jokes out for April Fools, and then enough people say, oh, I would actually want to try that, and then they're forced into making the thing that they were just trying to make into a joke. So take it from the April Fool's Day baby. I know, it's coming up.
The April Fool's
Cheer
Day,
100,
baby.
cheer 1, 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 cheer 1.
So this is going to go for a while.
Cheer 1, 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 cheer 1,
Okay.
cheer 1, 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 cheer 1. Cheer 100, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer.
For fuck's sake, I'm just going to turn the goddamn thing off. All right, let's go ahead and get back to this.
Be on alert these next few days, because April 1st is coming up Monday. People might forget it's the day after Easter, so it might.
All right, we're done with that one. Okay, so let's go there. That's done. I kind of hope Chrissy's baby is born 2 weeks early on the 1st of April. I mean, I don't know. Chrissy Mayer's had a lot going on lately in her life, so I kind of don't hope that is a thing, because again, it seems like that would be difficult. Let's see if we can do that. There we go.
Cheer 100, cheer 1, 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 cheer 1.
You know, the bit's kind of funny, but 67 bits is fucking ridiculous. Can I just delete the damn thing? I don't even. Do I want to stop my show for an hour? Fine, fuck it. I'll just turn the damn thing off.
Cheer 100, cheer 1, cheer 1.
I think I broke it. Yeah, fucking, you didn't break it. You did a stupid thing, and I can't skip it without doing it again. Just, like, again, it's a funny bit for a little bit, but it just, does nobody understand, like, just excessiveness or going, like, why do I bother? I can't do anything with audio for the next however many effing minutes while I wait for that to end. God. What is it? We do what? $50 a day. What's a third of 50? A third of 50. Where's my calculator? Because I'm not in the mood to do math right now. It's calendar, not calculator. Calculator. 50 divided by 3 equals 16. We'll round up to 17. So we're going to round it up to $17. So the goal is now on April 2nd. $17. It's $17 for April 2nd, or not $17. $17 off 40, so that's 33. It's $33 on April 2nd. I'm done. Whatever. Fucking whatever.